Otenhu yeah ampa. And then your topic no a friend saying visibility is the new currency. Visibility is the new currency.
Currency.
Ampa. Yes, yes, ampa. Um topic really me one many because you see you say we are see change and nneɛma ɛkɔ so the way a na
Yeah,
ɛsi yɛ nneɛma no ɛnyɛ saa na ɛyɛ nneɛma bi nneɛma change paa nti nneɛma so change a ɔsɛ yɛ den ɔsɛ yɛ so
needs to
yɛtumi
change.
ɛdaadaa yɛn ho because one daadaa ho a wobɛtena hɔ saa ɛti ɔsɛ yɛ make sure sɛ yɛso yɛ daadaa ho nti ɛno ne topic a yɛbɛyɛ yɛn ho na yɛaka saa asɛm no na yɛahwɛ sɛdeɛ nka yɛbɛyɛ justice to it but before sɛ yɛbɛstart no Patrick Befi a hope for life. Many many Kwesi and our Kwesi can come. The friends, the host of Kwesi can come. They are following our Facebook. Yeah. Oh, good history when it comes to history. And yeah, no one know the ABU. The quite cheap. Because we make a Caribbean Sunday as Tatiana.
Okay, is it why I'm a team? I assume you could see more count, but that is very good. Yeah, you bet you a tear for you now. Okay, so today in history, and history, you call a little bit into architecture and then medicine. Um, yeah, Africa for no, yeah, per se, and Crawford will to me say when it comes to many great inventions, many great complex mathematics, physics, chemistry, and all these things and Rebecca medicine and architecture. No, we want our people to understand that they originated from us. So, if according to scientific research or DNA study, say the first human being, when we trace the roots of free Africa around the Ethiopian region, so coincidentally, and no my who say Bibia if we ask majority of them, estati free that side hono. And most people think that Africa is actually the original name. It's more of like the Greek name, which is Afrik, the Greek name, no more a which means a place as a whether you're okay, like you're able to live very comfortable and all those kind of things. Now I'll find that Greek word and give it to you. But the original name for Africa was Akibulan, which means Garden of Eden. If you look at the interpretation, Garden of Eden. Now let's go to the history of medicine. Obu Ohano Akon Medical School, that whether general medicine, any form of branch, be Omunim say no father of medicine, Hippocrates, who was Greek. Now that has been a lie that has been sold for so many years. And Tronso say kind of several times and now my bed and quoting could the baby and
Very
it
true.
becomes a pseudo truth. Now the father of medicine is actually called Imhotep. Imhotep was an Egyptian polymath. There can be a polymath who be knowledgeable in so many areas about finance or about medicine or about like or a very or a all round. So Imhotep was what was an Egyptian polymath. He was at the time of Pharaoh be an Joe mo friend no Nidino Ayana Nebony Medin Kakra, but Nidini DJ OSE. I think it's Jose. And I says Jose Biba Bonisa. Now he was the pharaoh of the third dynasty. Now, during his time, Imhotep led the construction of the step pyramid. Now, we step pyramid na can one seminal. Already we are somebody who is very smart and intelligent needs to sit down and put things on paper for them to be able to erect the step pyramid. Now, during King Zose's time, Imhotep, looking at how people were constructing the pyramid, na ebi bre on ebi pra ni said into ojina ho. I'm not sure no say nipa ni pra. Inti then e be ya de beto. That was the origination of what medicine. Or throw a article be, and that article was actually looted when people went to Egypt, and then they looted a place called Luxor. Mukututu Honiemano, and Mofa sa article no. Sa article it was on a papyrus or papyrus, if you can however that you want to pronounce it, Papyrus. Now they sold it to an English who was called Edwin Smith, which is now called Edwin Smith Papyrus. or papyrus. Now, papyrus, no, it contains the first description of the mind. It contains how human tumor were documented. So essentially, it was a medical journal or a scientific journal in the form of a medical test. The first ever version of it that was ever written was written by Imhotep, and this Imhotep was an Egyptian in the present day Kemet, present day Egypt. The previous name, that's the historical name, Kemet. He was there at that time. He taught a lot of people, a lot of the Greeks. He taught a lot of them, and then most of them don't know this. Now, when Imhotep died, about 3,000 or 2,600 years later, and Hippocrates ever seen more. Until she then, I don't know, be a father of medicine. And what makes it very fascinating is that when you go to Greece, okay, when you go to Greece, they have a god of medicine called Asclepius. Asclepius, god of medicine. Now, Asclepius here is Imhotep. So they even acknowledge Imhotep. So if they acknowledge him as the god of medicine, how come Hippocrates became the father of medicine? That is a question for us to answer. Similarly, Western philosophy, yes, philosophy, Thales and Adebayo. Thales studied in ancient Egypt, which was Kemet. He did not even graduate. In fact, all the Greeks no more Egypt Pythagoras. Pythagoras ne di 22 or 23 years. Or not snas all those Pythagoras theorem say it was stolen ideas. It was stolen ideas. And then Thales went to Greece, formed groups, and started teaching people philosophy. Or no, now when we not that's so Greece or that's so Egypt, one graduate, so they wouldn't even recognize him. But a blind leading the blind, they show them lies, and their people would believe it. So, you're African, and person say you are very smart, you are very intelligent. Don't let anybody make you feel inferior of yourself, because most of the complex and then most of the genius inventions about it was our people who brought them. But somebody has sold lies to us, bent all those history, bent all those materials. Sena any writing or alphabet if Africans didn't know how to write, how was Imhotep able to document the stuff on the papyrus? No, how was he able to do it? There was a system of writing. How were they able to construct the pyramid? They knew calculations, they knew mathematics. And the Western people were fascinated by that. So they came to study. And because we were so hospitable, they found loopholes. And then some of us also being very dishonest. And they are here
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, your topic no so, and your topic no visibility is the new currency. Wow, what my history pa ama and visibility is the new currency. Like I was saying, you see, in today, your friend is saying, visibility the currency of value. The currency of value. In today's world, no, visibility is the new currency. No matter how skilled, how talented, how and I say if you unya opportunities, betimi akɔ your anaasɛ wobɛtumi ma wotumi nya wo desires. Eti ɛyɛ very very true. Say today present a ɛwɔ mu yi nneɛma change. Nti wɔ sɛ yɛ start see change yɛn ho. Nti yɛntumi ntena back our old system no na yɛnyusu saa old system no ntumi mfa nneɛma bebree. Sesei koraa no wohwɛ a some people koraa bi wɔ hɔnom koraa na wɔn a first na nka wɔn fɛre adeɛ wɔn fɛre nipa mu ba no, they are using all these mechanism and new systems no ɛma yɛtumi boa wɔn koraa ma wɔn tumi yɛ nneɛma bebree without even sometimes showing their face. Deɛ wɔsi yɛ dream ho ne ehu ne sɛ amanfo ntumi ntena hɔ na wɔn ngɛse sɛ woyɛ talented on this anaasɛ wonim wei anaasɛ woyɛ sei o. Ɛwɔ sɛ wo na wo show the world your brilliance. Nti ɛnɛ yɛbɛfa topics yi na anaasɛ yɛbɛfa na go through points na yɛakyerɛ ama yɛhu sɛ ɛkwan so ɛbɛfa so ɛbɛtumi ama yɛ visibility ashine anaasɛ ɛbɛtumi ashine everywhere na ma yɛ so nneɛma asimi achange because yɛhwɛ biribi a ɛkɔ so a sei yɛano aduane ɛhyɛ hɔ.
All right. For Berfi, visibility is the new currency. Nice introduction. Nedi kind of the power of personal branding. How being known in your industry or niche creates more opportunity. Niche, the asset bro, focus here, but you break it down. Let's focus more on personal branding. Nipa nyaubeye biano. You see, usually no, you don't judge a book by its cover, but Uncle Berfi, that is a big lie. Subconsciously, we do that all the time. Subconsciously. And that is why it is very important, say, personal branding, ube fan, some fan walk up. Because say, you'll be a soccer player, and I say you'll be a basketball player, you always have to stand out. And no, it speaks a lot about you. It speaks a lot about you. Or IT industry or sales and marketing industry, you have to brand yourself. And so carry on in such a way dance. So sometimes say or brand in the way I carry on, the way I kasa or dressing, senya only nipa nkita hundi etieno. Sometimes those branding thing, they speak for you. You don't have to even do much. You don't have to do much. Or branding will do all the talking for you. And it's one thing I say yeah. Because the more you are doing that, you become more visible. Nipa be by your brand. Let's look at Nike. Nike, yeah, the Nike in Paboisia. Near the Pabo for I no crabia and quality in El straw. Nike in Pabo because Nike has the name. Because maybe Adidas has the name. About any brand and can you, but most of us here, including maybe you and I, we might end up choosing Nike or Adidas because why? They have some sort of what brand. They are giants in the shoe industry. And no na so ye pese ka say atibia uyibia so far as is legal pehunim die and become the best of the best. Don't settle for less. Become the best of the best so that when we present you as an option together with other people, everybody will be running to you because why then what build this solid foundation be and the brand also automatically generate what followers. The brand will automatically generate followers. And the more you are having the numbers, no see word creation part so I don't know.
Yeah, so the Okano are very, very, very important. You see, we share send the shoe cry example. So many times wow teams and Pabwawi so quality. And I say, what team say just say and I say we the qualities no cry and so we even share the price of Adidas and I say the price of Nike. These days they say they can niche in a big word you can say cry bibia adibia utimi money when simple ma utimi the make can say talent to say then be make sure say who see soon you share the next one is social media as a leverage too. You see, say when say maybe a tremuno, nanka den crassi see me say keep it me cry baby me ama for crati a voice. It was so tough and so hard. You had to go through so many nyama bebree. Na omo ye big no kwa and sana ebitimi ati omonka. And so look at nowadays nyama ewo a lot of social media say wow around that obitimi ako. Now so koswa also making sure say the same Adidas, Nike, and yeah one day omo try say omo build the BB, no try constantly, no more make sure so say omo ye genuine about those things, and I will say the mechanic, you have to be out there these days. That's how it is. Hey, so for radio because say ultimate build the BB crana platform crowds now also. Na say one about one say year be until consistently you know, and also use maybe also to use photos, so headlines, so dear also to use or summarize the things, the BR details, you know. Was a kakra now crowd experience. Which is anime any idea. Sometimes if you cry, I was here quite the take a cranny a day. One of you also tena ho kakra, this anime near mano. Then you know, social media be also start to engage so we engage people, you know, go in there, or comment it, kakra, na yeah. Those are the things I bet me build it sanya maniamano. It Emma these days no nneɛma change bebree than first na deɛ yɛa ne sɛ just you could lie nti no sɛ Utake FM a anaasɛ yɛfrɛ no sɛ Peace FM a sɛ Peace FM afa hɔ a woni baabiaa afa sɛ deɛ wotumi fa wo phone ɛtumi biribiaa make sure so sɛ woyɛ so a wode kɔ all platform biaa fii sɛ wo target anaasɛ wo targeted audience no wɔ so a wobɛtumi ɛyɛ sometimes ɛnyɛ ade bi wɔ a wo start koraa no a wonnim sɛnea ɛbɛsi koraa kɔ nti bi wɔ a woto pete baabiaa ansa you know na afei wohu sɛnea ɛsi kɔ no wastarte network woyɛ saa nneɛma nyinaa so no wɔ sɛ wo network with professionals in your industry anaa baabi a wopɛ sɛ woyɛ no you know yɛwɔ bi sɛ saa when it comes to those things na ɔmo wɔ webinars yɛwɔ LinkedIn those professionals no also wotumi go those places no yɛmfa Twitter for example Twitter so yɛ baabi so ɛwɔ sɛ ɛna wo profile ne adeɛ a woyɛ nyinaa no ɛwɔ sɛ wo start wo pictures wɔ hɔ you know sɛ deɛ meka these days no ɛne wo bio so woyɛ a wɔ sɛ making sure sɛ clean anaasɛ biribi bi a ɛbɛtumi attract nkurɔfoɔ kakra sɛ website na wɔ sɛ wotumi build a wɔ sɛ wotumi build those websites nyinaa saa nneɛma nyinaa bɛtumi aboa ama wastate ayɛ dɛn bisa afei wastate rich you know audience ɛnyɛ wo starte yɛ na waiting cry for a years ebi ano bia any engagement bia but no nkyerɛ sɛ wobɛyɛ dɛn wobɛgyae you continue to do it oh yeah now we'll share you know obi amɛyɛ ma obi amɛyɛ ma sɛ deɛ meka ne was so many these days it was so many bi wɔ koraa na wonte ne din especially your friends saying Korea sometimes I'm to a big credit hey, you know, but it has to be consistent all the time. Oh yeah, who push it, who make sure say cost. Sometimes we yes money in the crowd. And my to me collaborate with partners. And my adibia, the bibia ultimi ye ana obi obintimi no. Most of me ultimi kabum be a good crowd. So obit me edit videos near the be able to join it. We videos are no way. And then sometimes new videos so nneɛma bebree sɛ wobɛtumi atɔn nneɛma wɔ hɔ Facebook nneɛma a wobɛtumi atɔn so many things te sɛ deɛ meka no these days no yɛhwɛ mu bebree a ɛmu bebree hɔ nom a ɛhɔ na yɛano aduane wɔ you know ɛna ɛnyɛ sɛ ɛhɔ koraa no a sɛ sɛ networking no so ɛyɛ biribi ɛhia nti wɔ field bi a baabi a wɔ biara no make sure sɛ professionals ɛwɔ hɔ no so wo start sɛ wo ne ɔmo ɛlinke you know me sɛ first ne yɛ bi wɔ ayɛ saa yɛ sɛ ɔyɛ ahohyehye wo sɛ ɔyɛ dɛn disease and yes we are secret was so because you drew point be a point in the woman said the mechano. If you're not out there, you are losing money all the time. If you're not out there or nobody can see you, opportunities no less. It's amount mean drew baby I would be true.
Wow. Really, I say, oh, yeah, prophet too. Third one, also talking about networking and then strategic relationship. Wow. So, how visibility help you connect with the right people for career, business, and then investments? Still enough, I bet you can really just echoing what you said. The opposite nipa bebre ehua. For example, untimi nka sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ a professional ebi a photographer na de bia no ɔsɔre a auto dame. And the same way you cannot become a professional ebi a chess player na team bia no so ɔsɔre a also the old boss soccer. So that is why it is very, very, very important say you network and partner with the right people. The key word here is strategic relationship. We because affection for favor. No. So because we you know what you want. So far as you have value, you have to partner with people. You have to network with the right person or the right people. Because say if they are thinking different from what you want to do or what you are trying to pursue, chances are high say one here our bembe ebibu. And then the power of numbers. The reason why we are saying networking and then strategic relationships is that when your network has huge following, automatically when you start to partner with them, when you start to have intentional relationship with them, automatically on some crowd for bed and that is why musicians do feature. Because say be a Jay-Z 200 million followers, no ne ABA Lowain a collaboration. On say we 200, we 150, I become I say 350. They become extra what visible, and the more they become extra visible, the more they are generating what income. Yeah, share to say ABI Papa despite more. Look at the kind of people that he moves with. So strategic what relationship. And yes, ABI what they were doing, and I'm no, you also have value to offer. They also have value to offer. You think alike, so you form what? You form that allegiance. You partner with them, and also wow my way the amount for the sɛ me nko ara na meyɛ saa show wei a ebi a nipa 10 na ɛbɛhwɛ, but majority of abɛɛfi a mene ne hwɛ no ɔfa abɛɛfi so wɔ nipa 50 a sisi a yɛsɛn 60,
60.
so momentarily no nipa 60 ɛhwɛ yɛn, but sɛ me nko ara na mekɔyɛ yɛ a nipa 10 ɛna ɛhwɛ me, ɔfa abɛɛfi na ɛyɛ yɛ a nka nipa what 50 ɛna ɛhwɛ no. So that is one thing that we want to promote, sɛ obi no also ɛdwen alike to say what. So far as the person has value and you also have value, you can partner with them for business. You can even partner or link up with them. Open maybe a job promotion. You want like a change of career. It will come from your network. Your network can recommend you because what? They know you, you associate with them, and then they know you, and then they know what you are capable of. So that is one thing I say said your network and your strategic relationship, they make you more visible. And like you are saying, visibility is the new currency. It will sell you, and people will what? People will patronize your value.
So let me share my book be an a friend proximity a principle by Ken Coleman. It talks about the same thing and now how partnership and networking. We should the we are even cry you see a pair juma fa. We say near change. Say a juma funny adding now. Millions applications. Just say be don't let me pick it. Into more keywords somebody picking animal. To be able to get there, if you get somebody that just get you at the door, just walk page mamo, get you at the door, keke. Say, hey, Mr. HR, my boy, keke. Now application can be picking one and no more that opportunity. I also wait me there. Say, be also then you can go to the interview. Then walk what said there. And yeah, no, I mean, can be grand fire. Your crew for money a day, especially your crew for. This is the time I was here start to see a partner with them. We do, and you see it's true.
Yes.
Hey, Sika, now yes, we be do Sika. But these days there are people who are genuine people who are just ye. Start with small. Men be a bibi and any nana de bakushim. Na ubun say nyama a change. It you see a partner. Hey, say unko out what wade so. Unko out what wade so. Na untimi nche mu e ha abra wo sa wo ho. Isi opese wo ye business bi wo ho a ene ye gise wo twen a na ne se wo free ha na wakwa akoye. Ba wo se nya retirimu na se nya ayi bi se wo se ye ne omo na be ye adwuma. Bu ana ye de omo bebu ye ha ye tie akra ye bu ye all the time. Nti no ende ye beba ebu no beba ba obetimi a limit no whereby some start small na dia testing no wahwe ya de. Nti eni se esuru network ne de o se ko ba bia. Nipa bibria wotimi se omo plan se ko betimi akwa ye bibi ofie. By omu suru keke. Sometimes when you say be a unko na be a kukuru sika akoye bibi na bibi sa by the partnership na keke, because we all know infant say farming will be a far or land no, but we need sika or best start the land no. We so sika we need land no. We so ideas. It is any money na kan one if you say so the person cry so usuru bibi na let the person have a skin in the game. That changes so many things.
Yeah.
By starting small and me through, a good see a partner with them. I share a friend saying the fourth one, a storytelling, control narrative. If you don't tell your story, someone else will, share your journey authentically. Here, Hi, baby, very, very important. You see, let me start by saying this. Um, Famous, popular. See, be famous. It's like flame. Be flame ne jua oko. Be a popular, liked by the people. What did they make channel? And okra like and so take a cry. We say but be impactful. The genuineness will be impact people. No? The genuineness in them. If you have a story to share, especially say the make the social media ne saa nneɛma no, bibia woyɛ wotɔn adeɛ woyɛ saa nneɛma nyinaa it's good to start sharing your story. How I be ade started the products in the city. We show more di wɔ saa ade no nyinaa their experiences. But remember, wɔn yɛ authentic, very truthful adeɛ a wɔn yɛ no. The entire I started with famous, popular, this and say people just want to think say if you are famous, that's it. Why would you share more famous? No, let me make an example. Obakayana Nicole, right?
Yep.
Say Ajo, what's the idea? When you're famous.
Yep.
Famous, right? It's a joke just like that. It used the names to be on man near Tiawas all of a sudden. Nah, Joe, that is famous. Famous and country, obviously a popular. And also and only the amount for penal, because famous dear, I said, obiara anymore by and not interest but now of all no impactful no. Nelson Mandela, who's impactful. The name is still sounding in our ears all the time. That is what you want to do. Look at the story. It's a who was story, who was product, who was service business officer, who can. You have to be authentic on those things. No, just trying to be just famous. No, and how you fake, you look fake, and how can you be a name? Now, what's that to say? Oh, yes, Anna. What's a feel story in the bedroom, baby? No, it's not going to end well. Be authentic and be genuine. Be very genuine, and that's the core value. You see, when you start doing that, we say we are genuine, authentic. Most of your core value start. Most of when yes men, your core value start coming up. Now we are consistent with your story. Now story align with the service, the product. Those are the things I also hear. Or people that are impactful. So what do you do? Emotionally, or more engage emotionally. What you say? Emotionally, no. What's their stories? Their stories require to me changes so many things. But will be also be trying to trust. Starting with say, I say emotionally. Bible say do baby out to say the thing doesn't. I be so. A very imperative that storytelling is very, very good, especially when you're on the social media, when you have a service or product that you want to work around with that. But remember, make sure say, oh, you're very, 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 your friend say, authentic. Here, and I'll be telling you so many things. It'll be a story, be a walk now pictures. It may be, so sometimes you have to come up with the stories. And you boring. Sometimes the stories be why boring, even though it might be true. But I also making sure that the stories stories be a day and our products they align with the product, they align with the service. So these are the things I also making sure. Because so many ways so many times people start sharing their stories, then it gets to a point you can see say it's not adding up. It's not adding up. Just a crown a product but the whole thing is you have to be seen. If corner these days, the world is changing, systems are changing, everything is changing. So again, visibility is the new currency.
Wow, my favorite part. Nipa yempel. Money is everything, even though not everything demands money, but money is everything. And it's, you have to monetize your expertise. And it's say be a ope kasapa. You can actually channel it into becoming an MC. Ubit mababe a consultant be o expertise be onim a full adwuma. Ubit me a man crofo and then nimdia a free and then you charge them something later. if you know how to make graphic design, put yourself out there. Sometimes you also have to even sacrifice in the sense that you have to work pro bono, right? You have to work pro
Yeah,
bono for some time, for free for
yeah.
some time. Now the year then, what they build a portfolio name
With the
kakra
times you have
obi.
to.
Yep,
The idea is very important.
it helps.
Mm-hmm.
It helps, man. It helps, man. Obi wedding event, obi big event crowd. You go there, you capture it for free. Now I post it. Nkakra, nkakra, nkakra. You get to a point where now the demand. May the girl be the better example of a Befi. I watched her on Connected Minds. She said sa podcast meet
Yeah.
Derek. Now this lady Aisha Bengai, she started
Oh, yeah. Like
buying.
you said. Uh-huh. Yeah, like you
Yeah,
said. Uh-huh.
she started buying stuff from Alibaba. Into Hunkwaya, she would get a product from China to Belgium, like less
Mm-hmm.
expensive. Less expensive. Into who a man for be bring so person then they also want to purchase stuff from Alibaba. So
Mm-hmm.
what did she do? She monetized her expertise. She created a course that will teach people how to
How
also
to?
purchase stuff from Alibaba and
Mm-hmm.
ship it to what? To Belgium. Now, or she put big warehouse Ghana. She say utimi ship from China to Ghana. No idea. Oba Niama, no idea Wechiaka. But she started by doing it for free. Also in free, say do baby no. She was getting so many orders. So now, of course, she has to get value for money. And not she has so then or charge BB and kakra. So we should learn how to monetize our skill. You get to a certain point. Now we should also know when you have to say no to people. For my yeah, Crawford no. Most of the time, say ugya when friends and family purchase, business grow. So
Mm-hmm.
you can start by doing it for free, doing stuff for free. But you do baby, we have to be very professional too at some point. And yes, sir, you also be at the dying end of it. And yet, no be aka bibia na oye then. Sometimes you should learn how to say no and don't feel hurtful about it. And then business owners thrive when they are visible. You can have the best product, you can have the best skill, you can have the best costume. If you are not out there trying to sell it, if you are not out there putting it out there, nobody's going to see it. And into or a good seamstress and as a tailor, but nipa bebre and ho. But then obu also at the end of then impam there, but bibi kitwa bi obebiano is out there for everybody to see. So what do they do? What sometimes these people do is that because they are not really skilled at it, or no they nneɛma no any be at all. So when the others are coming huge, or but you are not visible. So they will monetize what expertise. They monetize the expertise of trying to what be out there and then what sell, like trying to put themselves out there to be what valuable. And that is one thing that we can do. And now of a befu can but only the technical know-how to start something.
Mm-hmm.
Obi nso bɛwɔ technical know-how no a ɔne sika so you partner. So one thing that we will encourage us to do is say biribi a wonim biara no try to what shaping it to a certain stage. I won't say it becomes so valuable that people would want to pay for it. People would want to pay and what get the value that you are trying to present. Yeah, for Mr. Obinda Akoya example. I believe that when he started doing his videos many years ago, no, was not any year crown and
And then
the
last,
past videos now, the
and then
numbers
last,
are too
mm-hmm.
minute. Yeah, but then I'm sure say we have big corporations that they would pay a lot of money for Mr. Obey. And you're no crampon never call more never friend to
Mm-hmm.
come and just teach them, train them, and then they'll pay him a lot of money. So if you monetize your skill, we are not just saying say be all about the money. Try to work pro bono, sacrifice. The more you are sacrificing now, you're pro bono work, a month will be home. And when you get value, you try to monetize it. You exchange your value for money. And the more you are doing that in Kakran Kakana, the beauty baseline, and also bit my another income source for you in your quest to generating wealth.
Yeah, monetizing your expertise. Very, very, very important. But like you said, we will start here now. If you say, or say, Unesca right away. No. And yes, sanity. People have to see you. You have to be known. That expertise, it's not, yeah, can say, you have to be out there first. showing your expertise, showing how good you are, showing your talent. Wokyerɛ saa nneɛma no a woyɛ no a woyɛ kɔ no nyinaa no, wosa now no afei sɛdeɛ wɔka na nipa no ɛɛba more. The more a ɛɛba no, ɛna these days so your platforms a wobɛtumi akyerɛ saa nneɛma nyinaa wobɛtumi acreate na wastart akyerɛ saa nneɛma no. You know, one thing I was see when you say you be broad, sometimes you can't bɛyɛ dɛ mɛtumi ayɛ. I said, look, they be a man example. Omo bon kwan, omo bosti, omo bona kama. We see what the open you may be afa. Today, I'm going to show you how to cook. Your friend say pork. Now they start to say which rich. I miss will be free. I was saying the same thing time ago. Woman was man, one mama asking way the na ye yipa because my dream Honda. And I'm saying him said these days, ubetimi achiro obi how ubetimi obi awo foforo ubetimi aye akora. Also maintain a can be here. Just start doing something because the beer, especially the beer will be here. Ow, also and I will nima will be tinye free honor. You know, amanfoɔ bebree bɛkasa agorɔ amanfoɔ kyerɛ sɛ na ɛsi yɛ aduane ɛwɔ your friends saying YouTube ne ade. You know, they ɔmo yɛ it for free. After a while no, they start getting orders. Oh, me pese me we don't me mame. Me pese me we betimi yɛ aduane na mame. Me pese me we. And the more you start doing that no, until we craft video need time crowd betimi ayɛ busa for no edge orders no the man for yɛ na ɛkɔ no. So yes, betimi monetize no, but you have to start something. And then say could be an American say you can't have a dream if you don't have a vision.
Yes.
So to the true. Yeah, it you know I was say oh vision no. Enye fiti ya na aba. And I was started so I also say you start from somewhere. Again, we share businesses, almost started businesses, or be all started business near EBR. The same way we started business for they are not getting paid. Omunya profit, omunya share. It can go for like a year or two. It's almost starting business is so hard, no. It's the same way they are doing it for free all the time. So say the best start to say in your profit. Yes, into you making sure say yes, yeah, can't yeah. But yes, oh sorry, na zim na sim. No, in your sanity. Visibility in the workplace, being seen by leadership can accelerate promotions and career growth. You see, we are very, very I know say I'm out for see a visibility. If you say I say say platforms only online, no. You know, you need platforms new online. More careers, more different saying, more jobs, any money near them. Look, you have to be seen. This is where volunteer again, pro bonus, volunteer for projects. We step up, you know, tax, and then also crossing departments too, because you have to be known. Esa no be Kaiwo. Like I said, BM said, my wife, normal, so racial for crimes, no more for the day, see some department where normal different people from different departments because there was some say one particular department be an go. We unim ubi or the other side. Okoye one make friends that one network that you are not on your project and so we can now with the network and come say beside any say from your manager, from your co-worker. So this is the time I was to make sure say, oh yet nyama bia a bit me wow. You know, effective communication in yes media makwa ma beda saa ne yakɔ ne aba yɛno a yɛkɔ meetings a omisa questions just on participating in anything. You see, I will see we are near one you will realize for you know, share ideas who innovations near there. Don't worry about them, share them. But when Madiba come who especially sometimes someone for talking cry no it makes sense. And so no, the first said they can voice out, they can talk no can. What's the positions by near the moment? Yeah, you know, what is that as a football so they just like that so positions you have to be outspoken and don't just say be also could in comfortable and I say yeah but make sure say be yeah share innovation media share ideas oh yeah we see it me say we see oh that's oh yes money now so building relationships you know the network internally here and as a more other your friends saying maybe other companies you network through that side too. Always esa de bia no ne ehia hwe wan ma ho ankwa wan fa ho ankwa obi anfa ho nko You have to make sure, who showcase your skills too. Who showcase it. It may be a different department, maybe our department, because they don't need that skills. Crana. What me show say, one, oh, okay, I know about boy. It's how they say develop it. The friends say, skill development, we say continuously, we say improve skill because so skill be crana when you see the match. Sometimes we wanna your friends say conform. To share those things, na knowledge I want to money now. Like I said, these days, that is the way to go. You have to make sure you showcase yourself. You have to make sure you are known. It a quite bench na be faswa wo de wo adwuma na wo. A friend is saying yes, wo platform bi so na so we na bi akoye we. Quite bench na be na wo yes animal so it has to be consistent. Consistent. And then no kwa kra. Utimi bisa feedback from your managers obi a we send and our yes animal maybe our cross line co different department not just meet two deadlines. You have to make sure you are meeting the deadlines for your friends say it's consistently delivering all this high quality information, high skills, most all of a sudden anything ba most of one frail. See, I quite remember say before then to say me be first no politics. Hey, politics. Politics pa. They say Washington Post and a friend say the other one cried Washington Times. Every day me read it from word to word. Nina. Me read it from word na me ba. Me say keep papers no. Me say keep it me basement pa papers pa ne go. Na heap base those times no. Na say me yes had me quit my first year to say me tnas me reading in answer na maybe be akra maye. It said also yes so ma unya ideas so read more ni ade. Ti me story no pa me so TV a na me tie sa me could na me tie TV me tie TV sa na politics the obo with the free fox na me the call MNC na me the call me tie me see there was a time na me almost just obia send the names ni na me obia enim the house na me more than 75% of their constituencies and their name. Na me na because me use that Jimmy T. Echina say it was killing me. Esa na de bia se de wiase be say.
Yes.
Yes. Echina say say de na ekume. Politics those times na easy. I fell in love when me back for that was time na go on a Bush. Now omo ye debate. Na no mo ye debate no. Na me hwese no mo say to be a president also who say anyway. Na news say omo koye brief omo those things no. It na say me ni je ho na me started saying I started reading everything. Everything now go send computer pictures. Me see me basement pa. Master the bar we say, that person do the other if I go Ghana. So it's say me yes I now no. Say I'm for the questions, but it do me be say so. Go to Nana. Ubi abaya go. It will be the questions back above side and idea. Ubia normally premi. It's like I said. Now man for one shit. Now answer questions so those things somebody bow answer ni no we say I feel we say my crowd read more to say maybe some questions say and I could read more about the history no.
Yeah, I read more pa.
Read more now read more. So you have to be known. The bottom line is I will see you these days. The intimate fast at the seminar the biania show shen no. These days Niaman say I will see you I will see you
Yeah.
Now yeah one word no ebetimi abo.
Yeah, of every my fact cranka sa o point the issue about feedback idea here pa I think my name manager about kuna yedin komo my manager no he said me a very technical and also mom yeah technical usually type say or back end near
yeah
the new manager no buy no say Charlie me also we are very technical but me pesa o ba out now we are more visible the same thing I can say I want you to be very visible. I want you to be very visible in the sense that manipa who's a deal we na aye na man for use no una wo engine room ho na wo ye den who control bibia and then this is one secret in so most corporations, major corporations, usually leadership team, do not type adwuma tempa, and they are also the last to also leave
Of
most of the
course.
time. Nti one secret back also a bit more visible any say you can go to work very soon. You must start at 8. I get there at 7 if you can. Usually we go and meet senior leadership team. Just random
Mhm.
conversation. Hey, hi, how was your weekend? Yet twice so bones never who bones one day I want quiet in the crown. Sometimes they can even walk to your desk and come have
Yeah.
a conversation with you. The same thing and you may obi a pray no ho coffee this own quiet here. Sometimes you stay upon 4 hour train we will be at 4:30. That is the time maybe almost be here ready to leave. Pressure be a said any so we can just have a random conversation. I'm telling you that minimum bebree omo yes I na eden aboa men when
Yeah.
I started listening to that advice of me manager no once on number bia no bia boy say hey your boy I'm na kwa o ni me it helps you a lot and then send your kind opportunity be back sometimes when you make who apply for job na interview no e nkomodi once the interview say you drill no
Oh yeah.
na done in nkomodi so
Yeah.
it's very important that we put in that effort.
Yeah. My main for we look we na make kind of
Oh, okay.
prosperity principle. Especially who pay juma no abrepa, mo pay juma mo abrepa no.
Mhm.
Yeah, your person will now be at me open it on one job and bisa, but you got to start from somewhere. Until still you
Yeah.
still working. This animal now we a bit more guidelines and more team a yipa. Yeah, I'm saying number 7.
Yeah. Number 7, digital footprint and then reputation management. Wow. What how the next year drew I can see more.
I can see you
What shows up when people Google your name, how to manage
seeing
and
you.
then optimize it.
Mhm.
Great. Of a once you Google yeah, Patrick Murphy solutions there about.
Oh, is that who?
Usually, yeah, but yep.
Oh,
But so maybe you know Google, people might see it to be too big, but what we are trying to say is that nipa account assembly and crofo kafa
mhm.
literally that is what it means. Assembly and crofo the ekafa you busa ho asema then na yeti.
Yeah, niente.
Then na yeti very very important, very important. And then the digital footprint and you Google try to put yourself out there. Was media social media person, media social media person. If you have something that is very legal that you feel like you can share for people to also get to know, put it out there on social media. You don't even have to put a face. The Obu or a friend headless YouTuber, but he's very popular.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's very popular. Obiara hyɛ dɛ hu n'anim da.
Mhm.
So fame, yeah, fame no mpo, when people have now gotten to know you, the most important part of visibility being currency. Once say currency, you need to manage it.
Mhm.
You need to know how to manage your reputation. The slightest thing can dent your reputation or your integrity. Ebia yɛ nkurɔfoɔ a nipa trust paa na wakɔ akɔ endorse ebia product bi wakɔ akɔ endorse movement bi na obi de ne ho akɔhyia dɛn na wakɔnya asɛm wanhwɛ yi a nsunsuanso a ɛde bɛba so no you may never get back again. So it is very important. Dana Udimaya ka the same thing. Once the Udimaya our platform no ana ɔsɛ saa real estate Ghana real estate ɛyi abu bebrebe no ana ɔkɔ endorse baako. And then people, because of Udemaya, they were patronizing their services. And Nkrofoni di omesim, they
Ooh.
swindled them. Yeah, they were until Udemaya keeps saying say they should make sure that they make amends. No more fan but I say up to now it still hurts him. Into no, as I
Mhm.
say, obeba pa no babe take video or place na why and also no. He, he has to do thorough research. So it is very important. Now that you have the visibility, make sure that you are adding to it, but you are not adding more negativity to it. And only idea in here, information travels very fast, but
Mm.
in our world, negativity travels faster than positivity.
Oh yes.
Nti,
Yes.
yɛnhwɛ no yie paa, wobɛtumi te sɛ ɔfa bɛɛ fi yɛwɔ ha yɛ a yɛkɛsɛ wɔn sɛ we are sharing positive stuff, but lo and behold, saa ɛmba ebia me no mmienu deɛ nkwa nkwa akɔhyɛ PDD, you for PDD example.
Mhm.
Very popular musician. For a month for no to me donation ma Howard University. But the issue by and saying no about one. So
Mhm.
Ugugu PDD sia
Ɛno na ɛbɛba.
first Ugugu PDD sia that
Ɛno
will
na
be the
first thing.
first thing that will show up. So how visible are you? One thing. Now,
Mm.
how visible are you, no? If we want an account of you, and then can say it has to be what consistent because ubetima buanipa da obey boneno and I said da obey you skill from
Ketewa
the
bi no.
positivity, they will always remember you for the negative thing. No? Until the Google thing here is just an example. Will you be happy that yabo in papa ABS or committed felony or a child
Ɔyɛ
abuse,
felon.
drug abuse?
Mhm.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
He said deɛ ɔka na no ɔho. Wo din no yɛgugu a deɛ na ɛba.
Then never.
Deɛ na ɛba. Deɛ na ɛba. Ne nyinaa yɛ, you know, we want to be smart. We cut corners. Egugu din a deɛ na ɛbɛba. Wo cut corners bebree a wosi afi bɛduru baabi no, it's gonna catch up to you. Another thing in the kind was so far as we are sucking air,
Mm-hmm.
you do some stuff you pay. Just a way we call. We go and yeah, ubetia.
Who call off a baby? You
I said
affect
the
your
Okako.
unborn children
Aha.
or
So
maybe your existing generation.
yeah, because of the way I will see here with Nema, you know, say papa and akoye Nema bibria and sakura side dini be free musuna and sana akono. So sana the family no be big I was afraid that so more company be a momre. You know,
Yes.
yeah, we now so near drain a chima no ho. Be a baby and be effect almost. You make sure reputation here papa reputation here send our managing. You know, they say go dear send go on my bony DS. I could win the cocasm crows. I could be a bit you as we can secret where you can't me share secret with them. So very important. Almost say the agro there, but no these days no Sanya man said they can bad word is spreading like fire. Would it too wash because all these are social media these days. And when he across the first Friday na a telephone. See the telephone, they said it's offer 11111. See telephone create me can pattern boom near WhatsApp street and abibisa. So it's very important. Yes, animal in nano, making sure a reputation no very important. Udino ye ba dear neighbor, you could go dear new. You know, number 8, a local versus global visibility, leveraging opportunities both in Ghana and abroad by maintaining strong presence in both markets. You see, and let me make an example. No? Sometimes you can be both places at the same time. Yes, sometimes you can, but at the same time, so be Kosomawa. We have to trust these people. But Simon was all started to share. Also, future, if I say, depend on the situation. I have to say, you will even newspapers near the crowd had man. Some of you the newspapers be near them.
Yeah.
Sometimes be a person we know wait me go to the local. Even within here no crowd, the local no crowd no so any bad. Into here we have no the area be local, the eco abuchina no eco Ghana and no abroad. So I say, hey, there are so many ways I'll be to me. Yes, I am. Remember, say me started a friend saying, my website na me ɛtɔn nneɛma ne ade. Me a few products ne ade mede kɔ a ɔmo no mu nhwɛ m'anim koraa. Nso dwuma bi na afei ɔmo na ɛfrɛ me. You know, sometimes I will still try the local market no. Wokɔ anyɛ wokɔɔyɛ a ne agye atom. It's gonna be a while. Nti afei ɔmo, Patrick, obi ba wo sɛ ɔhwehwɛ wei ne bi. Na mo girl bi a ɔyɛ jollof, very nice jollof for package. You know, na yɛde kɔɛ. So obi kɔɛ na ɔmo nhwɛ m'anim. So akyire na ɔmo frɛ me na ɔmo gye. You know, so these are the things I will see, making sure say, yeah. But who yes, I was all presence will both. The better what me be both places at the same time. You still got to go back to our people. One on the buana on the but we're starting small now. We're sending city now. Ne a month for a year, they was away. Iti ɛno deɛ na sɛ yɛmfa sɛ wowɔ social media ne ade so a wo create content, wo make sure sɛ ɛyɛ biribi a wo locals no ani gye ho, at the same time so no abroad sofo ani gye ho. But partnership be influence nneɛma bebree. Partnership is very very key. Yeah, in our culture no, I say obi afɔ so ama ase yɛsuro yɛn ho. Nti no yɛntumi ne yɛn ho koraa impact na yɛntumi ne yɛn ho impact na.
That is
Nti
true.
but the first na me very very like I say me opposed to those things after me nneɛma bi a me go through ne ade. But after me tena ase a me hwɛ nneɛma bebree hu sɛ most of the fault ne free me the way I me see handle nneɛma no. Not entirely though, but me feel majority of them because hereby say me kwakoye feel me ne be a business or Ghana. Me call ya no to carbon yes start a business. No, yes, I know. Even here, crown see was almost ye be money idea. We go through orientations.
Yes.
How many times now the idea man full go through orientations who could be a business of over hundreds of thousands, and tens of thousands. Now nipa no form go through orientation, form on yeshi. Because as soon as we ask for front of one, the systems are different. People say, oh yeah, also you have to calm down, show them this is the process. This is the orientation. See na what's here nyama, what church romo, nasa background and finance, na also church romo. Say, and also who say, I say, what your monk can, you can say, I think I also tibi, who sympathy be more man, men can say sympathy, but I say, when him say, be more brand na bibisa, yeah. Kwame sister was say collaborating strategically, yeah, because you will be one my yes, I don't know, yes, society near my boom, I can't remember say almost say work and pay start say we name deal, me name deal, it told me see me work and pay, and so the rich I mean name say city, me Ghana my taxi driver that my only car a year juma that menim any process but me tell say obi work campaign is makoto car bi msim de kwa koye bi saa nneɛma nyinaa anim ɛna ɛmu bebree wɔ so a deɛ ma yɛ ho kora kyerɛ saa ne sɛ yɛwɔ ha most of us about 90% of people from Ghana or abroad no are just workers. They work for people. We don't know business, and so yet yɛpɛ sɛ yɛkɔyɛ business you go straight and you akɔyɛ business no try and share yɛnyɛ wei ne yɛkukuru bibi kakraka ne de akɔ start business no. These are some of the things I was here but locally or abroad but ne nyinaa so no yɛyɛ nso wɔsɛ make sure the whole thing a yɛka nyinaa is about sɛ ɛbɛyɛ visible no so ɛmfa na ɛbɛyɛ Google need those things in na yɛyɛ nyinaa so ne yɛgye information yɛ make sure sɛ yɛ partner with people. Another thing so say here wɔ no yɛ work your friend say networking here see yɛkeka saa nneɛma nyinaa bom make sure say ɛbɛtumi mede de hear me paa yɛ saa yɛ partnership no because we feel say na ɛbɛboa yɛ wohwɛ other people and I say other communities other year partnership na ɛma ɔmo tumi aduru akyire yɛntumi nyɛ saa de no because yɛsuro yɛn ho wɔsɛ yɛtumi pɛ wei bi a yɛbɛtumi ayi yɛn ho afiri saa de no.
Wow. Fear.
And one of the
yeah, it's real.
It's real.
Overcoming the fear of being seen. As many people stay in the shadow due to fear. So nipa bia no ya wadwen so betina comfort zone unyi nipa nso enye den the fear of being what seen. Obu house me the misro crowd. Na say product sa crowd no beto. Or particular expertise, the value will be appreciated by people, not only you. And indeed, say, that inferiority complex and the genesis of these things actually is inferiority complex. Obu also be an introvert and uncle, but inferiority complex. Obu an extrovert, but some inferiority complex. Obu also be a ostama. Indeed, on person and your back sakra. Nobody is looking at how you are stammering. The value that you are putting out there is what we are interested in. Not mean life that, but then day in, day out, now me share others normal your life. And I decided to look at one particular topic. I decided to go natural. Me, my career research input just it was just I think
Authentic.
50 minutes or
Authentic.
30 minutes. And I'm a baby. And I was oh, so I wouldn't have known that I could do it until I
Mm-hmm.
started.
Yeah.
So you will never be visible until you start something. And honey, a very, very, very important. Don't live in the comfort of don't live in your comfort zone or don't always always up a soft life. No, sometimes and yes, sometimes you need to get out there and put yourself out there. Me share business is be brea. Wo de yen hwɛ te sɛ nea na wokan. Wo se wo de ade no kokora no mo nyɛ de mo nhwɛ w'anim.
Mm-hmm.
Obi anka na bɛn bɛbu obi koraa afei ɔkɔɔ krampo wɔ bistro sɛ adeɛ a mekɔ krampo monhwɛ m'anim nti menyɛ dɛ menyɛ but you step out and then you own the space, you own that place, you own that market. But we're overcoming that fear. Obi wɔ hɔ a nipa ɔse ɔsoro koraa do ohu nipa a na ne yam hyehye na ne ho popo. These are things that you can actually learn because if the thing is if you say if we don't overcome this fear, you could become the best footballer. You can become the best NBA player, but then if people are not seeing you, we will never know that you are the best. Yeah, it's the world best. Be a Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. They are the best according to what we have seen,
Mm-hmm.
according to what the media has projected. But for all we know, Nobiso Baby, actually, he is the best. But
Yeah.
that opportunity has not come for the world to see him or her. So
Yeah.
any slight opportunity be a ubenye piano. Say
True.
kasa na anim kasa, futu na anim toa, say enyum na anim toa, say atre na anim toa. If it is graphic design, anything that you can do, step out of your comfort zone and then be out there for people to what? For people to see you.
You.
You try it one. If I'm to tell you, say, "Be come on, na me that down." First one, abia emfa. Second one, emfa. Third one, emfa. Maybe the fifth one, then you find what? You find that rhythm. So we encourage each and everyone. Don't live in your comfort zone. Don't stay in your comfort zone. Be bold. Be courageous. Be ready to fail. And I'll end by saying this: visibility na can and also no ahwase
Of course.
pains challenges but then the secret is that the earlier you start, the earlier you fail, and the earlier you will learn. Because I mean, these 60 years, now say all these who had wanted to become an NBA player. Let's be realistic. It's over. Let's be
60
realistic.
years as a 60,
Yeah,
30, 30, bro.
it's
30.
over. Same way with being a
Uh,
soccer player. It's
yeah.
over. We a
Yeah.
pianist, unimbo. Would also ferry. No,
Atwe,
there's
atwe,
this young
atwe,
guy,
atwe.
Kraket Webino,
Mhm.
Jude Kofi, that guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe that guy,
he,
no.
he he came out of also I saw a Yini Kakra, right? But
Mhm.
he has now this everybody loves him. But and
Yeah.
he has become a shining star. What did he do? He did that by what? Playing, putting a video and hinting an cano. Say ne papa and also be a video Antono so and so far as what you are doing is valuable. Don't be scared and don't be afraid to fail. Put a spotlight on it. Fail miserably and learn from it, and then people will get to know you, and then you'll be able to overcome that fear. Now, okay, Bibiana will say, "Oh, we can meet me. We meet me now. It might be too late for you." And one thing is only I say, you don't want to live a life full of regrets. I don't want to live
Mhm.
that kind of life, so I'll die by trying.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm. Your friend say, Omo, as I said, we are definitely on the way to break that fear.
Yes.
SK, St. Kwame will say, me syndrome, no. NAS, me syndrome, no. I, your friend say, one of my mentors, about Les Brown, I say, said the okay, say, I don't want to regret. I say, baby,
Mhm.
talent, wapa, cemetery.
Yeah.
Ɛhɔ na abɛhu nnwom a yɛanto sɛ ɛhyɛ fam, ideas a yɛamfa amma sɛ ɛhyɛ fam. Sɛ woantrae a sɛ me deɛ mesuro no deɛ ɛnyɛ wei. Na wonim baabi a na yɛ mayi paa. na media me nko Ghana phone no.
It's a problem.
Eno na sese a medwen ho a mente ase. Media me nko Ghana phone. Ai media me pese me ko Ghana phone na. Enso opese ne ma ware Ghana phone. Enso opese ne ma be ko Ghana phone. Na fe koduru na ne ma ware abrofo anaso ma ware baby na anye Ghana phone a. Ye de na media me ma so mpese wo be ko Ghana phone, mpese wo ma be ko Ghana phone. Be de wo matime ware Ghana phone. See? Nua no mo. Emu ni efiri. Yes. Saa na yɛteɛ deɛ a nneɛma bi wɔ yɛde bɛfoforo nneɛma bi wɔ nom a sɛ ne ebesi ateɛ biara no asɛ me deɛ menkomu koraa nti no mempɛ sɛ mema bɛkɔ mpɛ sɛ meyɛsɛ no deɛ na wate wo ho ase sɛ ɔkɔware buroni bi a ɛnyɛ yi ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ bi a wɔma so kɔ mu a ɔmuntumi nware saa but most of the time no so ɔmu nnim a ɔmu nya saa nkurɔfoɔ no bi ɔmu nya saa nkurɔfoɔ no bi ɛndeɛ na sɛ automatically no wato ho atwene sɛ ɔmu nya bi most likely no nti me deɛ menkɔ weefuo no na me deɛ mesuro na me deɛ meyɛsɛ ne deɛ ɛyi afiri saa nneɛma no ɛmmoa yɛ we have to overcome those fear our plans nneɛma a ɛhia a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛbɛtumi ayɛ deɛ ɛwɔ sɛ yɛyɛ but try woantry a wonhu wontumi nyɛ wonnim sɛnea ɛsi teɛ ate sɛ deɛ nnua kae no ɔtry no hu sɛ sɛ asɛ ɛhu baa mɛtumi ayɛ the action steps when you bit me atiki, senior saying bit me say action steps to increase visibility, practical things Ghana or anyone watching can do today to become more visible. Example, create a content, public speaking, networking. Based on more of networking, infant say a juma so can I said you can where juma me ideas nyama bi so share ni ade nyina no ne ehu te sɛ mehu saa de no obi watim sɛ ɔkasa paa so ya na nyɛ substance ne nhyɛ da nyɛ yi nso bo se position bi ba ya ne de ma no bibi ba ya ne de ma no bo safi ya friend kra no ɔyɛ project mo safi obi ana nko nyɛ yi no bo safi ohun nyama more because now yɛ de ne ka projects so yɛ de ne ka different meetings so yɛ de ne ka we ho nti me ehu ma nye bɔkɔ saa dodo sometimes saa de no so no ɛmoa yɛn nti yɛ make sure sɛ yɛbɛyɛ those things no nti deɛ ne ebɛtumi aboa yɛn woyɛ obi a wayɛ ɔdwe sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔstart blog a wobɛtumi astarte wo share your expertise your experience interest through regularly now blog ne saa nneɛma no ɛyɛ wobɛtumi apost videos ne saa nneɛma no wɔbɛka sɛ agorɔ sɛdeɛ ne yɛka no boom say I started picking kakra social media pressure ne saa nneɛma no wobɛtumi use so many platforms Instagram LinkedIn Twitter Facebook maybe they can see Facebook they are very simple they will say you need too much we start Facebook kakra bi no start what there now we engage we make sure so engage your audience very important we engage them try to respond to them bibi can be no try pick time now answer those questions in this animal and I was so consistent who post it regularly at least once a day be crying and you're bad we start to say side now we can we engage now I try so new followers so we try be follower out me can be kakra ne saa nneɛma no so you be so up a public speaking so start to say join it organizations if you say we too much there are so many organizations even your organization these days there are so many small institutions be crowd between join for small and between amount skills kakra bi a obetimi dey of course obetimi improve the way obetimi akasa say the in kasa ne ade sɛ wopɛ the other way this so it said you can head there obeti there obi ka wo de bɛwɔ hɔ wobɛyɛ mistakes but we continue say yeah na ekoso na volunteer I say one of the friends and software who you know clean
Miles Monroe, Dr. Miles Monroe.
So starting free Sunday school. Ona ugubani adikru bi ehu. Ai, also the kwa who because we pay for the or try so to Sunday school for years, baby say Sunday school say bibi ye yi na nkora office utia hadwen utia omo hu a say ofere a na was start yo ba me dem fi say start nipa na 18 na we correct we get feedback na we correct no na networking so ye conferences make sure so conferences they said yeah Mr. Obi be those things seminars boa sa man boa wo amanfo meti amanfo ho no said any kind of ideas will be the business be ba scanny ho be the business you need your friend saying you be ideas sa money na na online so make sure say we communicate we join those things online so we join forums ni bebre groups your friends say communities. These are some of the things we bet me aya ibehu na wo ma yeso she group no kwa mayente wonka what did they make no and she musa so she na o maintain your friends say fellowship so now follow ma also follow mo contact also oje na oje kakra mo se na ekọ sa eti side bi a wo fi se wo ye good bia no hit home more Brian the guy was Brian from Money Guy or say always make sure say you are making things say good no easy for you to do and things say bad no hard for you to do. The name of it you good on make sure say easy amount. Now we hit on those things all the time. We hit on those things say bibi so na we ya make sure so we showcase. Showcase all those things no. When say that ni bibi kra na with sane mo nyɛ kɔ so no say we bibi we achieve. Don't be afraid. So any amount for best celebrity. The same way amount for so achieve bia na wa celebrity or kama na mo move on. So obo say we yes na kakra bo say we critique brand bio. Guy with the say no guy with the nice pa di na no na start kakra was now we nti make sure say we yes we wanna feel audience ni ade and always so no we feedback we improve on sa nema no to make sure say we connect everywhere. Now we share ideas because we be anywhere about bayama one bayama hey be was so could be also who post to her I'm for so post too much near you free so yes I do so constantly we say yes I had na was a fee Yama started changing and literally Oba Antema ka join it say Opa join it literally I join it eti you make sure say visibility need there. It's not going anywhere. It's a new currency, maybe different generation. But right now, Nyama change. You see, you change. We have to be known everywhere. Unlike first now, was medium ferry. I said, oh, we are too no because no, to say yes, I need to be. To say we show expertise no crana in a way. I did Mediamo.
Maybe I don't teach her say. What can I car?
It took
Michiamo before.
Any visibility is the new currency.
No correct currency and panano na Sara na bra so I'm sending some mono can be bisa. Ain't no no correct. Now can be bisa post kwa na ka se post to kura post. Post. You hear so post na nyansa wo.
Sometimes yes, only kura post.
Oh yeah, sure.
The bad ne say attend the DNA sa na no. Because sometimes it do have any issue. Nyansa na nye kesidi. Tinya tem the DNA nye ya substance kakra bi wo is okay. Yen post.
Metwase obi an level. So.
Hen waka no obi an level.
Obi an level. Ya why join ya say nyansa anim no na you be school ti a na wonya bibi afiri mu and then I make say madam fu bi a onko school da na me pep me di table me di table tema na mo to bronze no me pese table na
Ipacho guys, open source joining, I'll be joining. The link never to be open source joining, I'll be joining. You know.
Yeah.
Until call.
Yo. Na na me ye MoneyGram, na me ye ye kind of saying me your treasure so store. Me bia ni ho na me nye bi wo store ni. Na me pese me di me washing sewing machine. Efesi baby a MoneyGram machine isi no say ya obi ewura store ni mu a me hu no. Na me di machine ye twa me ho. Madam ni ba ya was Stop now, you know, and then now the audience has so see na some of them say, yeah, mean to me, who baby, I may machine be face. Cash register. What say? That's already an answer. Or so machine working about machine face register now, or the accompany see it. Let me just say, yeah, anything. What's that already a year? Well,
Be at the level.
oh, be at the level. Ain't you know? And of course, I'm now working on. And let's say me copy you be so what TikTok, so I know baby can't say me. Yeah, or say, when it comes to social media, so benya and catch a walk on a BBC with him penwaso. Camera suits no waka. Now when I was saying, because I say the more, I say it's not about making money, but in some way, how I work, will be baby piece, and I am quite some
Changing life. Impact.
Yeah. Enti no sɛ woka no he no kwasɛm sɛ obi anya bibi obi biara enye bibi because ɛboa etitiriw when it comes to yɛn baby efrɛn ɛne esikasɛm ɛne the way nipa nyinaa adwene yɛn sɛ te so akɔ aburukyerɛ ansa na wayɛ yie no enti yɛne yɛ wakɔntom yɛnka bibi wɔn so wɔn Ghana wɔn yɛ bibi a ɛkɔ so even cross struggle share with people no who sɛ ɔno so cross ɔno so struggle wɔ bibi mu ansa na I successful. No one can go through that. So, into I thank God. And I'm say first time who second come. Our life for Facebook. I was so excited. I'm telling you, the way I was so excited because I'm limiting the contribution of Mawo. A job in ho. Not that be I'm a cast. Volunteer was so to me be a baby near you. I'm power call Facebook. I'm quoting and quite know I hear life for where I'm quoting. I'm saying, ha. I don't know, asem ba, asem papa eba. Enti thank God the same one nyina na obi bia de ne ho agi mu a yetumi educate because boni na what system ni mo dose negativities ne dose.
Dodo.
Yes so yan feel positive so. Emehye mu na enhye bibia ema niema a wo say nipa bi no mote no mo so. Enti thank God bro, wo so ye adwuma wo adwuma kama pa. Ya mi hira na ne ye nyina akora ne enti ne ye ye agu ho. Ama ekirefo no na no so mba be pie so enne hwe me no me no kura de way addicted to your phone ne ka social media so mu time kura de say everywhere o do o phone me ko
me will video bi ha ka me de to so say me hu a but before then until can ama me hu adwiri me wa ye yi bi wa ha me pese ye begin no my history bi wa ha e pese ye ndi o sa masa history no na amanfo ya we sama sa history di bi say hawa
no problem. Always at your service. Yeah. One thing nipa say you say okay, and I say meka nipa crime just being too generic. Yeka obibinia de ba kwa so hu say we nipa bi a osombo and you are the firstborn of many great things. You see, according to scientific or DNA research, the first human being existed in Africa. Ushimwa Ethiopia side or ka African or ye nipa tuntum. Now, say nipa tuntum dia, then it means that eba edansie, eba irrigation system, just eba bibia ewa asitena governance, kinship. It means I started from Africa. So now because obi pay obi and I twist a history in Niema than it BBO. So many of our if we start to make a baby about African history in terms of medicine. Say any nipa di can ba first the pass any nipa di can quote in quote yare honamfem. So it means that the first medicine that was practiced in Africa. Now, people ascribe the father of medicine to Hippocrates, who is Greek. What many people fail to understand is that before Hippocrates, there was a man called Imhotep who lived in Kemet, which is present day Egypt. Now, he lived in the time of one of the pharaoh, Yefreno Zoze, who was the pharaoh in the third dynasty. During his time, Imhotep, who was a polymath, he can be a polymath, or limidie faniama be brehobo senipa bakono, bit my architect, bit my engineer, bit my medical doctor, bit my physician, niema be bre. So this guy led the construction of the Step Pyramid, is one of the great monuments in Egypt. Now, when they were constructing the Step Pyramid, and one who's more say, more bread like a bee yare be pra they say, some of them blood is oozing out near the other. Nipa we be trying to say sanya mana hun aliens ni see and yano kre omoboa. Nipa na ye this nipa na nim de see. So out of that na nkrofo pra na ebi yare no. That was when unya dream said na okay be pra I'll stitch. We say I'll do this. We say I'll do this. And through that, Sanya Manina, he was the first person who documented the first description of the human brain. Beyond that, he was the first person who actually had a written documentation of what a tumor is, like whether brain tumor, whatever. The first documentation of what a tumor is, Imhotep was the one who did it, and surgery. Was sterilization of surgery because no be so sterilization or give my friend papyrus and on I say it once no more I say scroll but we know more of letter a be a head but also be catch say yeah Africa for new matro. Yeah, the ancient Egypt and a example, but all the other part of Africa they share common linguistics in those days. Some paper not drawing, it was buried until people actually, invaded Egypt. And Omoko baby a friend in Luxor. And Omoko tutu near man even and then they sold it to somebody from England who was called Edwin Smith. Now, Saadi Krona and papyrus, no more friend Edwin Smith papyrus. And it contains it's a scientific journal, a medical text that a African in a drawer Imhotep. Almost a Hippocrates na de buy. Now, Hippocrates came to the scene about 2,600 years later. Grandson Imhotep Ewuno. A sit then or no about later no, and the father of medicine. Yeah, trouble from Number two. Number two, so you say, Uko Greece, they have so many gods. One of their gods, your friend Asclepius. Now, according to history, in this Asclepius, is Imhotep because the Greeks, they acknowledge him that they learn from him. A lot of Greeks, Romans, Francophonia, they came to Egypt to study. And Omo acknowledging it say on and the father of what? The father of medicine. So why are we now ascribing it to Hippocrates? The same thing with philosophy. Almost could be a friend in Thales. That guy was studying in Egypt. He did not even complete school. He did not complete school. And Pythagoras was the only one who studied in Egypt for about 22 or 23 years. And son or no call back. I coach and Crawford in Indiana when yana. Sanya Mawin Martili book mu. You have to do research. Check under the my research near brain. Our people, it's about time that we abolish teaching slave trade in school and exposing them to this kind of history. Next week in so the trans-Saharan slave trade, transatlantic slave trade, trans-Saharan slave trade on the desert, in Sahara Desert, it was more brutal than slave trade. That is where Muslim, some Eba Africa, was forced on the people.
Wow.
Hey, ya tumu be defending religion asking ni African heritage no kura no eno na ni so sense defending Christianity, defending Muslim, the ade kura share de be share ye kon kura ma fa share kon boko de share ye kon e wo buro mu ene atiti mu ne yaw mu ama ye kura mu den because of say any history nti because of say history ni yan kire ye won school nti ayawra ho samo
I see a call back near Kusiansa then. We have to. Visibility is the new currency.
Now when you say me pacho, sa visibility ne ta me ka say niema bi wo ho a hu hia se nipa wo post na I'm not saying say ye nko a hwe se wo ho so na se wo titru so wo be pie video yi so na wo say bibia be post so anyansa bi anim na be post so sometimes they will come back and bite you. There's a lot of people on more social media wo mo kika nsem a ekire no wo be hu ane se na etwa ba be so omo so
and you know correct
so ho enti no enye niema nyina asem a wo be ka obi be se no wo feelings da bia nya feelings na kasa. I think say wo ko social media ko se wo ko kan nsem a ebe ma obi anya fa ahodie obi bia wo de ne feelings ene na yi na be ko social media no eventually no one day no wo kura na anya ohwe an ebe ye o ma bibi daachi. So that way no na make no enye te say ye no a yake ho aboma ye pese obin ni niema nipa nyina ni mra omo ho so na omunya fa ahodie na eno de I wish say every person be obeti obi asem bia onfa camera no onka bibi emfa ho. Thank you, bro.
You're welcome. Hey, Kwame Jenvi also can come wa ben ready.
Hey, me mate, no.
Oh, that.
DHS, yeah, middle school, Ghana.
Oh, okay. Oh, how that's all Ghana.
Well, I think that Canada, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
okay.
Canada.
Any
Yeah.
time they because Ghana or not. Yo, visibility is the new currency. Can be kakra from any way.
Oh yeah, and then they are Kabibri, Martin so didn't the other film. Later, earlier no, me join in a live. Yeah, visibility is currency. Near Becca United said here for your papa near mammy Akabibri, but this is the truth of it all. Say, the power be visible, be valuable, and be vocal. But near visibility, being vocal, networking is if you don't have value, you can't do them. You can never be any of them. If you don't have value, you can't be visible, because if you are visible, what value and our deba? If you are not valuable and you are vocal, sebi ukasa sebi yo ibia nsem ana be na obeka ti niema ye kan nyina no eye niema ehu hia se obesua de number 1 emfa esum bi enhye wo kon a emma wo nkusua de suade go to seminars. Mr. Obenda ako seminar ma 6 March enkobro enkoye masem, go to such places and then what, build yourself up. Visibility is currency, the foundation of it is self development. Tibia next week I hear of a bit I see a cassava self development.
Okay. Yeah. So visibility is the new, or is the currency of value. They said it's the currency. Say it doesn't matter your skill, your talent. Say what may you opportunities to get the desire you want. It also means the world is changing. So many things are going on these days. It changes, it transforms so many, and it's the scary part is say is so quick. It will have one catch now. Say we are see changing now. As a media mean change, I wouldn't be happen. You just want near call. It will see the skills are near between visible. So anyone now will see a statistic. Niema bibiri hɔ nom a wobɛtumi asua wopɛ sɛ wosua nko adeɛ a wobɛtumi asua nti no yɛnkɔsua adeɛ na yɛmmake sure sɛ we are visible everywhere we will be, because obi mmɛyɛ ma yɛn yɛpamo na wo ba yɛde wo to hɔ a na wo ko wo videos say the can nyansa wo maba wo ni ade kakra wo post to ha na de akwa ha. The good thing is say these days first now we can't be at the same place so many places at the same time, but social media now might same so many places at one time. Even your this a ibia bit me connect to yourself a bit me for 6-8 platforms at the same time. It's here because to be able to get all this the value is very important. When you value now, and say it be here. But before see a kono, I can be a for paradigm shift. Paradigm shift a program, yeah. Any in your be tea on life, especially more when you different information. To say the in you can come kind, you go all life so just information, you was starting your research. Hey, I say as somebody catching me most all of a sudden now the life has started changing. The thinking, the BBR changing, most of the paradigm no. It's shifty, bit to shift on paradigm right away. We talk to such people, especially about Momo Sikasem, because we go on to say the night you so one quabridge office one quabridge on ye viada into Tigana Nina Yaman Kosuma. By the moment obeti Udia Henka obeti Mr. Obin obeti so many people are more county and tilly or what tea a friend saying Safu Kantan can almost a few more and your money change. We talk to these people. No more the formation. Say when your life is changing, you may see cost or my brother. Opeso be part of what's in Opeso part of it. Wait me subscribe to my channel. Patrick Murphy channel. No, bet me more in your live show. Every Wednesday 4 p.m. Eastern time, and 9 p.m. GMT Ghana time. Tia enjoying it. You subscribe. Bet me a boy ama yenya because we will crowd your information. We need to find it. Because me kasa ba kubi ani need come say the reason why I start here say ni was na dia ni me just say I okay was am for see adwuma wo ho see adwuma no from was dia na menye was just say see adwuma no dia office say on compare adwuma just say on call apply for jobs, you know, what stories we say I change some every ma your friends say finances income, multiple source of income ni na at the day. Edbesia, same time next week, Monday, your high life radio, Sikasem, financial peace education. You can come in your anti support to you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Uma, Mary, Kwame, meet me body in no. And I must say thanks for joining in. This time, no, person joining in, and made a link to obit me joining you, person check commenter, obit me make it, and that's what person can be here. Because you see a team story, you see a team comment, you see a team so musi Adrian Fire, you see you free ho, mumma GND no cranko. Yes, you see a trick a free ho. Yeah, so make sure you spend wisely, save intentionally, and be generous. Salute. See you guys later. Bye-bye.